Hello everyone, today our topic is how to create Google Drive folder for DocuSign document completed. So here my objective is that whenever a new document is signed by my client or my document is completed, then automatically I will create a new folder in my Google Drive with the name of my client or the name of my document. So for that I have to build a simple connection between DocuSign and Google Drive. So for building this connection, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing software for automation and integration. In Pabbly Connect, I have to use Trigger and Action. In Trigger application, I'm going to use DocuSign. In Action application, I'm going to use Google Drive. So how I'm going to build this connection? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen. And today we are going to see that how we can create a Google Drive folder for DocuSign document completed. So here my objective is that I send a document to a user from DocuSign. Then whenever that user will sign that document and complete that document, then automatically by using the details of that document like the name of the user, I'm going to create a new Google Drive folder and I can share or store any files in that folder, or if I want to add any particular file in that folder, I can do that too. So whenever a document will be signed or get completed by DocuSign, then automatically by using the name of the user, I'm going to create a new folder in my Google Drive. And in that folder, I'm going to save a particular file. So for this, I have to build a simple connection between DocuSign and Google Drive. And for building this connection, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect, which requires zero coding and programming skills. So for using Pabbly Connect, I have to open a new tab and search for pabbly.com. And this will take us to this landing page of Pabbly. Here we have two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you don't have any account with Pabbly, you can just sign up for free and it will take only 2 minutes of your time and you will get 100 of tasks free every month. Or if you already have an account, you can just sign in and you will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I have to click here on this Access Now button under Pabbly Connect and this will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here, this is the workflow section and we can see all the workflows that we will create here. And this is the folder section. We can create new folder here and we can save any workflow in any particular folder that we want. Now here, I want to create a new workflow. For that, I have to click here on this create workflow button and this window will pop up. Here I have to name my workflow. So I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to create Google Drive folder for DocuSign document completed. And I'm going to select the folder where I want to save my workflow. So I'm going to open this tab. And in this tab, I have this folder of DocuSign. So I want to save this workflow in this particular folder. So I'm going to select that and I'm going to click on create and it will take us to this most important window of our workflow. Here we have two boxes, trigger and action. So these are the two main principles on which our workflow works on. And trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow and action will just follow that. So we have to set up our trigger first and here my trigger application is going to be DocuSign. So I'm going to select DocuSign here and now I have to give a trigger event. So I'm going to open this tab and configure webhooks will be my trigger event. So I'm going to select this and now I have to connect DocuSign with Pabbly Connect and for that I have to follow all this instruction and first I have to copy this webhook URL and now I will go to DocuSign and I have to go to settings and in settings I have to scroll down. And I have to go to this option of integration where I have this option of connect. So I'm going to open this and I have to click here on this add configuration button. So I'm going to click here and I will open this option of custom. And in this, I have to first give my status. So I'm going to give the status of active connection. And now I'm going to give the name of my configuration. So here my name will be demo. And now I have to give the URL to publish. So I'm going to clear this and I'm going to paste that webhook URL that I have copied from Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to paste that here. And now I will go to event settings. And in this, I have this option of trigger events. So I'm going to open this option of envelope and recipients. And in this, I have this option of envelope signed or completed. So I'm going to select this. And in this, I have to include my data. So I'm going to open this tab of include data. And in this, I'm going to select this option of documents, attachment, recipients, and custom fields. And you can select all the required fields that you want to use. So I have selected all these fields that are required to me. Now I'm going to scroll up and I'm going to click on add configuration and here I have added my configuration. Now I will go back to Pabbly Connect and here I can see it is waiting for webhook response. So how I'm going to get this webhook response? For that I have to send a document to my user and that user has to sign or complete that document. And for that I will go back to DocuSign and now I will go to home and here I'm going to create a new document to get signed. So I'm going to click here on the start button. Now I'm going to upload my file. So I'm going to click here on this upload button. I'm going to select desktop and I'm going to send this offer letter. So I'm going to select this document. And now I have to fill my recipient details. For that, I have to first give my name of my recipient. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to give the name of test user. And now I need an email address. So I'm going to click here and my email address will be testuser@pablitudes.com. And I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to add the message. So in the email subject, I'm going to clear this and I'm going to type offer letter and I'm going to give an email message. So my email message will be sign this and refer it back to me. So this is going to be my email message and I'm going to click on next. And here on my last page, I want my user signature. So I'm going to add the signature option here. So I have added my signature option. Now I'm going to click on send and I have signed this document. And now I'm going to open that email where I have received this document. So I'm going to open that. And here I have received this email and this email was sent to test user. And in this, I have this document and the email message is sign this and refer it back to me. And the subject is offer letter. So I'm going to review this document. I'm going to click on I agree and I'm going to click on continue. And here I have this option of sign. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to adopt this signature. So I'm going to click here on this adopt and sign. And I have created this signature here. Now I'm going to click on finish. I'm going to click on no thanks. And here I have finished my document or completed my document. So I have signed my document. Now I will go back to Pabbly Connect. And here we can see I have received this response. So in the response, I have this event which says envelope completed. And this is the email address who has sent this email. And in this, I have the signer details. So my signer name was test user. Email was testuser@pablitudes.com. And my document was of offer letter. So I have sent this document to get signed. And this was the message that I have sent on my email which says sign this and refer it back to me. So here I have received all these details and in the response we can see that my document has got completed and my user has signed my document. Now what I need to do is I need to use these details. In these details I have the username. So by using that username I'm going to create a new folder in Google Drive. So for that I have to set up my actions tab. So I'm going to open this tab and here my action application is going to be Google Drive. So I'm going to select Google Drive here and I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab. And create a file or folder will be my action event. So I'm going to select this and I'm going to connect Google Drive with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. I will click on add new connection and I will sign in with Google. And now I have to click on allow to give access to my account. So I'm going to click here and I have successfully connected Google Drive with Pabbly Connect. Now here I have these two options of file name and file type. So first I'm going to select my file type. So I'm going to open this tab and I want to create a drive folder. So I'm going to select that. And now I am going to give the file name, which is going to be my folder name. For the folder name, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the name of the user that has signed my document and I have received that details in my DocuSign trigger response. So I'm going to use that detail and I'm going to map that here. So for that, I have to use mapping. And what mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous steps and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping, I have to click here. I will open this response of DocuSign and in this I'm going to search for the signer name. So this is my signer name. So I'm going to map this. So my name is test user. So whenever a new document will get signed and I'm going to get new names of the users that are going to sign those documents, this detail is going to change here and the name of that users are going to change. So I'm going to create new file name by name of the users that are going to sign my documents. So every time I'm going to get a new username or a new document signed, then automatically I'm going to create a new Google Drive folder by the name of that user. So I have filled all the required details. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request button. And here we can see I have received this response. So this is a positive response and this means that I have created a new folder in my Google Drive. Now to check this, I will go back to my Google Drive. And here I'm going to refresh this. And here we can see I have this new folder which is named as test user. So I'm going to open this and this folder is empty. So we can see that I have used the name of the user that has signed my DocuSign document. And by using that name, I have created this new folder in my Google Drive. Now what I need to do is I need to copy a file and I'm going to save that file here in this particular folder. I'm going to show you that file and this is my file which is named as employee joining instruction. So I'm going to copy this file and I'm going to save this in this particular folder of test user that we have just created. Now we'll go back to Pabbly Connect. And for that, I have to add one more actions tab. So I'm going to click here. And here again, I'm going to use Google Drive. So I'm going to select Google Drive here.
and I have to select an action event. So I'm going to open this tab, and copy a file will be my action event. So I'm going to select that, and I'm going to connect Google Drive with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect, and I'm going to use existing connection because I have already connected Google Drive with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on save. And now I have these three tabs here: file, new folder location, and copied file name. Now what I need to do is I need to first give the file, and for that I'm going to go back to my file that I want to use. So this is my file, and in my path URL I have this file ID. So I'm going to copy this file ID and I'm going to use this in Pabbly Connect. So let's go back to Pabbly Connect. And here in my file tab, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this file tab dynamic. So I'm going to click here on this map button, and I'm going to clear this default response. And every time I only want to map this particular file that I'm going to use, so I'm going to paste that file ID here. So every time I create a new Google Drive folder by the name of the user that are going to sign my document in DocuSign, then I'm going to save this particular file in those folders. So for that, I have to select my new folder location. So I'm going to make this dynamic too, and I'm going to clear this default response. I'm going to use the folder location that we are going to create every time we are going to get a new signed document. So I'm going to open this response of Google Drive, and in this I have this folder ID. So I'm going to map this. So whenever I'm going to create a new folder in Google Drive by the name of the user that are going to sign my document in DocuSign, then I'm going to get a new folder ID, and I have mapped that folder ID here. So this is going to replace every time I'm going to get a new folder ID. Now I have to give the copied file name, and in this I'm going to give a name of instruction. So this is going to be my file name, which is going to be instruction. So I have filled all the required details here. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request button. And here we can see we have received this response. So this is a positive response, and this means that I have saved this particular file in my Google Drive folder that I have just created with the name of the user that has signed my DocuSign document. Now to check this, I will go back to Google Drive, and this is my folder which is named as test user, and in this I have this file of instruction. So I have saved this particular file automatically in my Google Drive folder that I have created. So whenever I'm going to get a new document that got completed or signed by my user, then by using the name of that user, I'm going to create a new folder in Google Drive. And in that folder in my Google Drive, I'm going to save a particular file that I want to use. Now we'll go back to Pabbly Connect. And here I have built this connection between DocuSign and Google Drive. So let's summarize what we did here. So first I have set up my trigger, and my trigger application was DocuSign, and my trigger event was configure webhooks. Then I have set up my actions tab, and my action application was Google Drive, and my action event was create a file or folder. Then I have set up my last actions tab, and I have again used Google Drive, and my action event was copy a file. So this is how I have successfully created this workflow, and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description, so you can check it out from there. And thank you for watching this video.
Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this using Pabbly Connect. If you need any help or if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can post them at forum.pabbly.com, or if you have any issue with the pricing of Pabbly, you can connect on this link. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.